go. Day number 8, heading into Kansas. It's about 288 miles. Most of it's highway. Not much of it's worth filming. It's going to be cold, potentially wet later this afternoon. But that's the way it is with motorcycling, so here we go. This is the Finger Lakes State Park. It was a nice stop last night. The people nearby were playing music, but it did quiet down eventually. Probably the nicest riding I'll get all day is leaving the campground. I think the rest of it's going to be flat, straight, and fast. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing again. I'm going to get blown around. But it all goes with the territory. Taking 63 south, back down to the interstate. We'll start heading west again. It's actually snowed just to the north of us. My weather app showed snow on me, but I didn't see anything, so it must have been evaporating before I got down to the ground. And then rain to the south and west. Not a lot, but enough to probably make things a little uncomfortable. So I've got almost all my warm weather gear on. My heated suit turned up all the way, or heated vest turned up all the way, and my heated grips turned up all the way. And then I put on my rain jacket cover to act as more of a windshield, since my motorcycle jacket is actually a ventilated jacket with a liner in it, which does okay except for in very cold temperatures like today. So I need something to break the wind, let that insulation do its work below. Still about 188 miles to go. It's late in the morning. Been running in and out of rain showers. Temperatures have dropped a little bit. So it's time to say goodbye to Missouri and hello to Kansas. Kansas, my numbering is right, is 43. Just leaves 5 states to go. The rain finally stopped. Plains of Kansas. It's still very cold. 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Dropped down to as low as 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Got my electric vest and strips on full. All my layers uncomfortable, but just barely. Got 17 miles to Abilene, Kansas, which is where my motel is for the evening, and there's also a homestead for our Dwight Eisenhower. Abilene, Kansas. This is typified small town USA. So it's day 9. It's a Monday. I'm leaving my motel, heading to Lake Scott State Park in western Kansas. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, I hope to get into Colorado. It's about 9:30 in the morning, so I'm getting a little bit of a late start, but I'm ready to go. Is blowing out of the north, headed west, so it's right on the side. got a permanent lean to it. Probably 10-degree lean. 5 to 10-degree lean. It's upright against the wind. Come across those Kansas fields. No windbreak. The wind's 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not a nice wind, it's a cold wind. And I still had 210 miles to go. I hope it's not like this all day. Hey, if it's not one thing on this trip, it's another. It's a battle. This is Kansas riding. There we go. That's a good example of the roads I'm traveling. Per the trip meter, I am now at 2,000 miles. 2,000 miles on this trip. And I am closing in on the western boundary line between Kansas and Colorado. I'm passing occasionally cars and trucks heading eastbound to this Highway 4. And I don't know how many people there are, but they waved at me by. And so I ask you the question, when is the last time you were driving an automobile and passed another automobile and they waved at you as you went by? I suspect the answer to that's going to be very infrequently. But for whatever reason, people like to wave at motorcyclists. And I have to say, it brings a smile to my face and I appreciate it. And I always think, how often do they wave at another car passing by? Probably not very often. It's one of the joys of being a motorcyclist. You stand out a little bit, and people are interested in your story. I don't know how many times this trip people walk up to me, usually at gas stations, and they'll say some comment about the bike, or where am I from, or where am I going, and sometimes the conversation lasts a minute or two, sometimes it'll last 15 minutes, but in any event, it's one of the fun aspects of being a motorcyclist. Eisenhower, Kansas. It's nice to slow down and be protected from the wind for a bit. So much quieter, peaceful. Still have 128 miles to go. Just going to try to camp in eastern Colorado, but I don't see anything on the map, at least in the way of state parks. Fields of Kansas. This road is so much nicer than the interstate. You make just as good a time. Virtually nobody on the road. I don't see anybody in front of me, nobody in my rearview mirror. Roads are in good shape. Lake Scott State Park in Kansas. Back in Flatlands is the campground. Ground looks dry. This is me. A lot of people here. This is the benefit of going off season. Unless you like crowds. Here's a goose in my camp area. 4:30 it is.